All right, so for today, I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube recently of the sort of vintage tribal style, American vintage style, um, and tributes to that style. And I've been noticing a lot of prop balancing, and I don't know, I've just been very inspired by that recently and just find it very beautiful and something that really does help to build your skills in other areas of dance. So before we get started, I just want to say quickly that we are going to be working with some level changes for this class. Some of them just slight level changes, others, if you're comfortable, going all the way down to the floor. If this is not something that is accessible to you at this point, that's completely fine. You can still do these movements, but perhaps not taking quite as a dramatic bend in the knee or going quite so far down in your level changes. That's completely fine. So I do suggest, if you're going to be working with this video, perhaps warming up a little bit first, doing some stretches, especially in the legs, and also keeping in mind that when you are doing level changes, making sure that you're really utilizing all of the muscles in the leg and engaging that core, not just relying solely on the knees to give you that change in level. Beyond that, so I'm going to be using my basket here. If you've never done prop balancing before, I find that a basket is a really good place to start, as opposed to perhaps a sword. Swords, of course, very impressive, very lovely, but not quite the best for first time balancing. So if you don't have a basket, you can just use a book, any sort of household item that will sit flat on the top of the head. I really like throwing some balancing in to regular practice also, because I find that these concepts really help to support you in other areas of dance. So working on so when you're looking at level changes, for example, really building that strength in the lower body that's going to really help you to execute other movements in the dance. Or also basket balancing, or prop balancing in general, I should say, is great for posture and alignment, and really focusing in on keeping your movements very level and smooth. I find that when I'm balancing prop, my movements tend to feel a lot heavier and more grounded and earthy. And it definitely requires a lot of focus, while at the same time a bit of release. So it's kind of interesting in that way. So to start, I would say, if you're using a basket, one sort of trick that you can employ here is using some kind of weight. So I have like a little heat pouch here. It's a bean bag basically, and just putting that at the bottom is going to give it that little extra weight, and is really going to make it a lot easier to balance. You won't find it tipping on the head quite so much. I've also seen dancers use maybe their finger cymbals, or take like a change purse and just fill it with your loose change, and that's a really great weight to use as well. If you're not using a basket, maybe you got a tray or a sword or whatever your balancing prop is. All of these movements and drills are usable regardless of the prop. So first thing when balancing your prop is finding the balance of weight in your prop. So for baskets, this is another reason why I feel like it's a really nice starting prop, because it's very compact, so the weight is very centered almost automatically, whereas with like a sword, for example, you kind of have to figure out where the balance of weight is, and finding that sweet spot when you have it on the head. So Also, if you're just practicing it, when you're just practicing, or even, you know, out and about, if you're performing, having some type of head covering does help. So whether it be a bandana or a head wrap, that's going to help with slipping. And also, if you're using a heavier prop like a sword, it does provide a little extra cushion, so it's not quite so harsh on the scalp. So just before we begin, I do want to just take a minute of finding that balance of weight with your prop and just kind of stand in it and notice how your body may feel different. Notice how your posture has to change, how it becomes much more stacked and upright. Notice the weightiness and so forth. So I'm just going to throw some music on real quick and we'll get in that mode here. Take a breath. This is going to be a very slow, basic movement sort of flow, just to get acquainted with our balancing props. Okay, and another thing too, when we are working with balancing, focus is important, but also don't overthink it. Once you have where the balance of weight is on your head, you can sort of trust the basket or the prop a little bit to keep its place, especially if you have a solid weight that's drawing it down. So again, let's just stand for a moment, feel that prop, take some deep breaths. And we'll just start with some arm raises and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Relaxation in the body, releasing any tension. And through the center line. Up through center. Down. Up. And down. And then we're going to just work with some basic weight shifts from side to side, letting the weight go to the left foot and to the right. Left, right, left, right, and into a horizontal figure 8 in the hips. Feeling a nice stretch in those hips. Again, keeping that upper body nice and lifted, thinking about the spine as a stack of coins. Watching the shoulders, keeping them nice and relaxed away from the ears. Perhaps even thinking about relaxing the muscles in the face with maybe a gentle smile. Reverse that figure 8. A little faster with the hips. Weight to the right, weight to the left. Weight on the right, weight on the left. now into a vertical figure 8 on the up. Again, staying nice and relaxed. Make sure you're breathing. And into some nice arm undulations. All right, very nice. All right, now that we are a little bit warmed up, we're going to switch those hip movements into a nice percussive 4/4. And this time we're just going to change our facing a little bit. So we're just going to take a small step to face the diagonal, hold here, and back to center. Other diagonal, back to center, to the right, and center facing, face to the left, face to center, to the right, back to center. Now we're going to add a slight level change. So this is not going to be a very dramatic level change to start. We're just very gently bending into the knees and coming back up. So if the hips are too much right now, you can drop them and just focus on giving yourself a little plie, a little squat here. And again, when we are doing our level changes, it's important that we're not coming too forward or leaning back. We want to keep everything straight and centered and aligned. So that core engagement is going to be very important. All right, so let's back to our 4/4 hips, and we're going to plie and straighten. Plie and straighten. Bend in the knees, coming back up. You're really going to start feeling it in your quads and hamstrings here, all the way down into the calf muscles. Also being careful to protect those ankles. Don't, if the movement is, I shouldn't say if the movement is, so we're not necessarily extending the knees too far over the ankles. So we want to keep the bend very slight, okay? Because we're not taking it to the floor or anything like that. So it's down and up, down and up. And then we're going to change our facing down, 2, 3, 4, back up, 6, 7, 8, and center, 2, 3, 4. We're holding it in place, and then we go left, 2, 3, 4, and plie and up, center, plie and up, to the right, down and up, to the center, down and up. All right. Give those legs a little shake out. Very nice work. I'm already starting to feel it a little bit. I don't know about you, but all right. So I want to continue on with this plie straighten, but we are going to add an upward level change. Okay, so it will be plie, straighten, up on the toes, or on the balls of the feet I should say, and flat. Okay, so it's down, center, balls of the feet, flat, down, center, up, down. Bend in the knees, coming back up on the toes, back, flat. Okay, so this time we're going to again keep that hip going. We're going to drop the facing change and just keep it centered to start. So plie, straight in, and up on the ball, and flat. Now when you are going up on the balls of the feet, just something to keep in mind is you really, again, want to keep those ankles nice and straight. We don't want to be sickling in or out. And again, this is where regular practice and perhaps conditioning is going to come in and building that strength. So we're here, up, and flat, plie, back up to center, and we are releve, flat, plie, and flat. All right, we're going to drop the hips and go into a nice little arm undulation up here, flat, plie, and straight. Ready, and up on the toe, flat foot, down, back up, up, flat, down, back up. One more time, releve, flat, plie, back up. All right, now we're going to go back to our 4-4 hip. This is a little drill that I've seen, or I am borrowing from Zoe Jakes. So for this one, we're going to practice our balancing in a different way. So as opposed to coming up on the toes, flat, so forth, we're going to practice balancing on one side and then the other. So we will come into this position here, bring the knee a little bit higher so that the foot is in line with the knee. Then the foot is going to extend out, make sure you're pointing that toe, and then you're going to bring the leg around into a sweep. So let's try that on the left. So foot is even with the ankle, foot is with the knee, we extend out, and then we pull it around. So again, ankle, knee, extend, and around. So on the hips, 5, 6, ready, and 1, 2, 3, and around. And we'll do that on that side a couple of times. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take it around. Drop the hip, knee, extend, and around. So for this one also, you're testing your balance, but also trying to really focus on keeping the hips nice and level. So if you're starting to drift off to one side or the other, we want to always come back, bringing that energy in toward the center, okay? Let's drop the hip. We'll keep going with that balancing sequence. This time we'll bring the movements into the upper body. Take a second, shake it out a little bit. Whew. Very nice work with this, guys. This is not easy material. Yes, we are doing basic movements, but you see how even the basic movements become more challenging when you have to focus that balance. Okay, so we're going to do some chest circles. And let's slow down that sequence, and we'll just keep it on the right side this time. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and extend. And take it around. in place. So here for 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, and to the knee. Extend. And around. On the left, and we'll change the rotation of the chest. Up. And extend. Woo! Take it around. Okay, don't panic. We're at the ankle. And to the knee. And extend. And around. Very nice. One more time on the right. This time we'll hold for 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. Extend. And out. On the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Extend. 2, 3, 4, and around. One more time on the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Extend. 2, 3, 4, and around. 6, 7, 8 on the left. 2, 3, 4, up. 6, 7, 8. Extend. 2, 3, 4, around. 6, 7, 8. Back to our 4-4 hips. Take a nice breath here. Relax it out. And up. And down. Up. And all right. So now I want to get into a little undulation. So we're just going to do a forward back. So rock step 1. And I want to practice a little bit of a side-to-side travel. So if this is too much, just drop it and we'll just take a step together, step together, step together, step together, and back to the left. We step, step out, step out, step out, and touch. Transfer to the left in the front, left in front, left in front, left, and switch to the right. Step, tuck, step, tuck, step, shift to the left. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and step, 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 shift to the left. Following with the tempo, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we are flat-footed now. To the left. Picking a nice arm frame. Getting nice and low. And into releve. 5, 6, 7, 8, and foot. And on the right. And the left. And then we'll hold in place. Rock step 2. That flat. Toe, flat, toe, flat, toe, flat, take it around, flat, toe, 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 flat, toe, 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 flat, toe, 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 flat, toe, 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 back around, toe, flat, toe, flat, toe, flat, toe, back into our horizontal 8s. And then we plie. Hold it down here and come back up and into releve and flat and plie. Back to neutral, into our interior hip circle, facing left, plie, facing center, plie, facing right, this time, releve, back flat, center. All right, very nice. Back to our rock step 1, traveling to the right, and rock step, travel left, into our figure 8, and down, and up, rock step to up on releve, sit, ready, and horizontal 8. Take it whatever direction you like. And then we're going to toe, 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 flat, toe, 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 flat, toe, toe, toe. We're gonna take it around, flat, toe, flat, toe, flat, toe, flat, toe. And just do some arm weaves here. And then we'll have one foot slightly in front of the other, and I want you to just try leaning forward. Come back up. And lean back. And come back center. All right, I really like that song. I want to play around a little bit more with that. Now we're just starting to have a little fun. All right, let's practice that forward back just a little bit more. I'm sorry, I'm having too much fun. Where are we on time? All right. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm going to pause here and pick up where we left off in just a moment.